create a very special tribute video to Anita Walker.
Hello, I'm Nina Fialkow, Chair of the Mass Cultural Council. Thank you to my fellow council members who are here today and to the wonderful Mass Cultural Council staff for joining us in this special moment to honor and celebrate Anita Walker. We'd, of course, hoped to have had this celebration in person. Unfortunately, this was not possible. But I do think it's almost fitting that we were charged with the task of thinking creatively about how best to honor this most creative leader. During her years in Massachusetts, Anita's passion, creativity, and drive have never faltered, no matter the challenges, setbacks, maybe even a few roadblocks. That creativity and determination of spirit has Anita leaving Massachusetts far better, stronger, and more vibrant than she found it in so many ways. As the Commonwealth's highest-ranking cultural official, Anita has raised the visibility of the nonprofit creative sector as a driving force for growth and prosperity in Massachusetts. She launched the Cultural Districts Initiative to help cities and towns attract new visitors and commerce through new arts and cultural activity. And at today's meeting, the Council voted to designate the 50th Massachusetts Cultural District in Fall River, which is a wonderful accomplishment and milestone to pass. She has made sure working artists have been kept at the heart of cultural life throughout communities in Massachusetts and worked to increase and expand funding for artists throughout her tenure. Under Anita's leadership, the Council placed important emphasis on defining and building a new field of practice called creative youth development. She spearheaded the field's first national convening of CYD practitioners in Boston and worked to launch Ser Hacer, a program that supports music making as a vehicle for education and social change. When Anita came to Massachusetts, she brought with her the Big Yellow School Bus, a program she created at her previous post as the head of the Iowa Department of Cultural Affairs. Yellow Bus funds school field trips to cultural organizations, and each year, 50,000 students visit 160 different cultural destinations across the Commonwealth thanks to this program. It's a wonderful program. More recently, Anita established the Asian agency's innovative focus on the arts as essential to the health of Massachusetts citizens with the launch of the Cultural RX Initiative. And in the 3 months since COVID-19 slammed shut the doors of so many cultural organizations in the state, Mass Cultural Council has rolled out 7 grant programs, 5 of which are brand new. In addition to launching many, many new initiatives and programs, Anita helped to simplify and strengthen the state's existing support system for the nonprofit cultural sector by leading the creation of the Cultural Investment Portfolio. As a result, cultural organizations are today stronger advocates for their work at a time when advocacy is absolutely crucial. Anita also led the development of UP, the agency's Universal Participation Initiative. UP supports cultural organizations that recognize the power of inclusive design to enhance cultural experiences for all. We've frequently heard Anita say, UP is a direction, not a destination. And Anita, we agree. And we thank you for setting Massachusetts and its cultural sector on this upward path. We are so very grateful for your energy, creativity, innovative spirit, and outstanding leadership, and the incredibly positive impact you and your work have had on the Commonwealth and its citizens. We applaud you, and we will miss you. And I have to say, Anita, it has been such an honor to serve alongside you, and I am so grateful to be a part of your journey at the MCC. Now we will hear from Marc Carroll, the Vice Chair of the Mass Cultural Council. Thank you.
My name is Marc Carroll. I'm the Vice Chair of the Mass Cultural Council, and I just wanted to say a few words about Anita Walker. And just going to tell a quick story about the very first time that I met Anita, and that was at my first council meeting. And so I was brand new didn't know anybody. I was introducing myself to some council members, and then somebody points out where Anita is, where she was. And so I walked over to her to introduce myself and had my arm stretched out to shake her hand, and she said, no, I'm a hugger. And she just comes over and gives me a great big hug. And so I appreciated that because she literally welcomed me onto the council with open arms. So Anita, after 13 years at the Mass Cultural Council, you've done such amazing work, from the programs that you created to your commitment to diversity. You've just shown amazing leadership, guiding the Mass Cultural Council, and you will definitely be missed. We appreciate the work that you've done, and after 13 years, you deserve to go into retirement and enjoy yourself. So when you go to California, enjoy the weather, enjoy your new house, and enjoy time with your family. I wish you all the best.
How special it must feel, Anita, to know that you're retiring after really changing the arts and culture scene here in Massachusetts and making us a center of arts and culture in the country. And how lucky we are that we've been able to work with you in making sure that our institutions are strong in every region of the Commonwealth, that our artists have access to programs to make sure that they can do what they need to do in their fields. It's really, honestly, it's been a huge pleasure to work with you as a former chair of Tourism, Arts, and Cultural Development. You came at us with an endless amount of new programs, and every single one of them was worth funding and making sure that we put money where it needed to be to support the arts and culture here in Massachusetts. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the energy you have brought to this. We're going to miss you deeply.
Hi, Anita. It's Julian Cyr, and I just want to say thank you for 13 remarkable years at the helm of the Mass Cultural Council. Gosh, I don't even know what we're going to kind of do without you because you're just like synonymous with the MCC. And really the time and attention that you and your team have given to all parts of the Commonwealth, particularly far-flung parts like Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard, and Nantucket, is just so appreciated for communities like ours where, arts and culture just don't matter, but they're really sort of the bread and butter of who we are, and they support so many of the people who make our lives in these special communities. That's a legacy that certainly you should be very proud of. So best wishes, what comes next, and I'm sure we'll see you visiting and being in these special places. Lots of love. Congratulations.
Persistent and iridescent. These words sum up many of the comments I've heard as cultural leaders, health and economic development officials, and elected officials have introduced you over the years, Anita. As a longtime council member and a colleague in the field, I can reflect on your accomplishments from a national vantage point. Under your leadership, the MCC has followed the principle of Kaizen, continuous improvement. You asked, how can we help? You paid attention, heard needs, saw opportunities for the MCC to make a difference. You imagined and gathered an outstanding staff and field stakeholders and reinvented standing programs like CIP, cutting bureaucracy and deepening the value of MCC support and service. And you asked, what more can we do? And you generated new programs like UP and festivals, Culture RX, that have quickly become models for other state agencies. Most notably, you held up the outstanding work of our Youth Reach partners, increased our investment, and convened a national exchange to connect teaching artists and agency leaders from across the country and help to build a national creative youth development movement. Each initiative has advanced the arts, humanities, and science in communities throughout the state here in Massachusetts, and it has established the council's reputation for leading edge initiatives nationally. This has happened by the work. Despite reports to the contrary, it has not been achieved by your flying around the country to boast about your good work. In a few minutes, you will be receiving a gift by an artist whose work we know you admire. What I want you to know is that you have much more in common with this artist than even the gift selectors may have known. Like you, the artist runs a tight shop. They bring the best around them and make consistently excellent work. They innovate constantly, but they also step out of their studios and ask, how can I make a difference in my field? They invent organizations that provide training and services when artists need them most. And these organizations have gone on to form coalitions and to provide national leadership for the field. That is all I can say, except that the artist sees in their medium an inner light and transcendent radiant heat, and that, like you, their work has been said to possess irresistible iridescence. The cultural sector and the Commonwealth are richer for your work. Thank you, Anita.
Hello, everyone, and a special hello to Anita Walker. I'm excited to be able to join you in this way to say, first of all, congratulations on a great 13 plus years at the Massachusetts Cultural Council. I'm Bob Lynch, for those of you who don't know me, President and CEO of Americans for the Arts, and even more importantly, a Massachusetts native and a part-time Massachusetts resident even today. In fact, that's where I am right now on Cape Cod, talking to you and honoring Anita for her great work over the years here in a state that I benefit from. I want to just say a couple of things about Anita. The first is that I know her in a number of different ways. I know her as a colleague. I know her as a national partner and member of Americans for the Arts. I know her as a constituent. That's me and my family. We all benefit from her work in places like Cape Cod and Boston and Pioneer Valley and Worcester. And I know her as a friend. And in each one of those areas, I have benefited over time from her good counsel and advice and creative input as a colleague. Working together on things like the Creative Youth Development Project as a national partner. And also as a member, it's been great fun with her over the years. I've probably worked more with the Massachusetts Cultural Council in my role at Americans for the Arts than any other state arts agency, partially because every time I come through Boston, if she knows about it, Anita would grab me to do something, whether it's a podcast or a talk, and I've loved every minute of it. And as a constituent, again, benefiting here on Cape Cod and in general over the years in my travels here. And as a friend, we haven't had as much time as I always thought we would, and now she's headed off to California, and fairly soon I'll come back here to Massachusetts. Maybe we'll find a way to connect more in the future. I just want to say a few things about my observations of Anita Walker's work over the years. She has benefited the state of Massachusetts with bringing visibility for the arts, prosperity and growth based on arts as a partner and input on that front. She has done things like the Massachusetts Cultural Facilities Fund that is a gift that keeps on giving with facilities across the state, and cultural districts, the Cultural District Initiative, and the Creative Youth Development Project that I mentioned already. These are real things. They're hard to do. Not many states have them, and you have them here, and I thank Anita for that great work. I also want to say to those of you who are associated with the Massachusetts Cultural Council, it's a model in America. Anita helped make it so. It's a model of impact, whether it is effectiveness or inclusivity, of innovative programs, of legislative relationships, and of the sheer volume of grants more than any other state, and systems to make that effective and efficient. So I want to just say that Iowa benefited from her great work when she headed the State Arts Agency there. Massachusetts had the vision to steal her away and get 13 years here, and now she's off to California. And the headline of her message about leaving said retirement, but I don't really believe that, not with her energy, and I'm sure California will benefit from her being there. So finally, thank you, Anita, from me, from all your friends and fans at Americans for the Arts all across the country and in our organization itself. And congratulations and all the best for your future adventures. The hair is growing longer every day here in the coronavirus shutdown. But congratulations and best wishes for the future. Thank you.
Hi, Anita. It's Lisa Wong. I want to thank you for your leadership, your compassion, your vision, your love of the arts, and your love of the state of Massachusetts. You have done so much for Mass Cultural Council, but also for every single individual artist in our Commonwealth. Everybody is grateful to you. You've changed the culture and the way that we look at ourselves and the way we look at the arts. So thank you for that. And we will miss you dearly. I was going to write something down, but I thought the best way to express myself is through an art form. So I'm going to play The Sound of Music because that is what you brought to the hills. Thank you so much. Thank you, and God bless.
Anita, hi there, it's me, Kit, and this is an ode to you. Anita, the cheerleader, your earnest belief would bring me relief, knowing we're seen and heard for our arts, films, and words. Your message is bold, when it's hot or it's cold. Dig deep for our kids, blow off the lids of their creative potential. Give tools so they all shall have voice and a vision, feel unity, not division. At the wheel of the bus, urging not some but all of us to bring forward the arts, open the hearts, whether hills, town, or city, cultural prosperity brings power and might. Young or old, it's our right. Thank you for leading. Thank you for heeding the needs and the power every day and each hour. You have opened so many hearts to the world and the power and the imperative and the healing of the arts. Anita, I speak for so many when I say thank you for all you have done.
Anita, I remember you and I sitting with the brand new chair of the new gaming commission 10 years ago, talking about the supply side issue we had with casinos. It was an issue that you took the time to learn about, you took seriously, and you helped us to get addressed. Now those dollars are going to help mitigate that impact, but this year they're also going to help performing arts centers live through COVID-19. That's my personal example working with you, but your impact on Massachusetts has been so much more. You took this agency from a competitive grant process that pitted us against one another to a holistic process that brings us together for the greater good. I hope that when I leave the cultural sector in Massachusetts, I will have had one bit of the positive impact that you have had. I've learned so much from you, and on behalf of myself and my cultural organization, I'm so grateful to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was so touching. Where did all those pictures come from? I forgot so many of those moments. Nina, you're muted.
Mute. Here we go.
There we go.
Can you hear me now? Perfect.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. That was a fantastic video. Thank you, everyone at the staff who organized that so beautifully. And Anita, I hope you enjoyed the video and to see how beloved you are across the entire Commonwealth.
It was so touching. Thank you.
Oh, so we wanted to recognize you with a gift as well. And I think you received a package this morning that you can open up. That, and yeah, there we go. Okay, it's two packages.
Two packages. Thank you very much. I'll open the little one first.
Wonderful.
This is so special. Oh.
Well, this is about as good as we could get to see all those wonderful videos and tributes to you. Not being in person, but really wonderful to see.
The closest thing to being there. Thank you very, very much. This is a beautiful image that will make me never forget all the time I spent at one of my favorite spots, Beacon Hill. Can you see it?
A little higher. It's a pin, a silver pin of an image of the State House. So you'll wear it, you'll think of everyone here.
I absolutely will never forget. So many times. There are stories in this building. That's for another. The problem is you just can't drink on Zoom.
Right. There you go. This one's a little delicate, so open it carefully.
Oh. Thank you, Nina. So it's not a sweater? Oh, this is beautiful. I'll save the paper.
So describe for everyone what was you open it up and what you...
So it's wrapped. I have a feeling it's quite fragile because it's wrapped in very, very special wrapping. Oh my. This is a Josh Simpson bowl. And I don't know why you picked this, but I have to tell you something about Josh Simpson and me.
Well, it's thanks to, of course, your wonderful staff who said that. So tell us more.
I don't even think my staff knows this. This is why it is really kismet. So this is the perfect bookend for my career. Because I started my career at State Arts Agency in the year 2000, working for Governor Vilsack in Iowa. And the first time I had to spend some real one-on-one time with him was at Terrace Hill, which is the governor's mansion in Iowa. And he invited me into his study. And he says, Anita, since you're going to be running the State Arts Agency, I want to show you something that was given to me, to him, when he first became governor, when he went to the National Governors Conference. And it was a Josh Simpson planet. And he says, I'm showing this to you as inspiration to be an arts leader. And that was the beginning of my career at a State's Arts Agency.
Wow.
And this is the conclusion.
Amazing.
You didn't know that, did you?
No.
That planet would have been given to him by Bob Lynch from Americans for the Arts for a Governor's Award.
Exactly, exactly. And I was so new, you know, I am just blown away to even have that position. And I don't know, this is, well, I guess full circle. Thank you. Thank you so much for the tribute. This is so meaningful to me, more than you can ever even know. And I will always look at it and really know that it captures the beginning and end of my career in this position, and beginnings and endings are really just part and parcel of the same. You can't have one without the other.
Of course. I know I need to just interrupt you for 1 minute here. We have one more surprise for you. And at a celebration for an outgoing arts leader, we absolutely have to have just a little more music.
Hi, Anita. I'm Barbara Wallace Grossman. As you know, I was council vice chair for 12 years, rotating off just last March. It was a joy and a privilege to work with you. And it's my pleasure to present this song to you in honor of your distinguished term of service at the Mass Cultural Council. I'm going to sing it with energy and enthusiasm to the tune of Oklahoma from Rodgers and Hammerstein's wonderful musical, Oklahoma. Anita Walker, what a leader, extraordinaire. You're both smart and tough. You don't play rough, but you always make your standards clear. Anita Walker, what a gift Massachusetts had in you. With Kaizen in hand, you'll cross the land, bringing change to California too. We wish you could stay, but we know that the time has come for you to end this show. You're heading west. Woo! Anita, you're the best. Woo! Anita, you've transformed mass arts and culture. Kudos, Anita, to you, ANITAMCC. Good luck, Anita. We love you. Lots of good luck, Anita. Best wishes from Barbara and Steve Grossman. We will miss you and we wish you well. Bye.
Oh. That's so fantastic, Barbara. Thank you so much. I think Barbara is here on the Zoom call, so thank you, Barbara. And hello, I miss seeing you. I used to see a lot of you as a vice chair, and thank you for joining us to celebrate. Let's give Barbara a big hand of applause, though, for that wonderful video.
Barbara.
Yay, fantastic. Thank you. Great.
Thank you. I'm kind of uncharacteristically at a loss for words here. And so that will be my gift back to you. I still have a few more days, so if anybody needs anything, you know where to find me, and you will still know where to find me even on the other coast. But it has been such a joy and a pleasure and a privilege and an honor, and thank you for the permission to have the opportunity to we've all done together. You've put up with a lot. I say that directly to the staff as well as to council members who are still with us. But it's been a wonderful, wonderful 13 years, and I have only you all to thank.